so many of y'all are years late in expressing discontent for Elon Musk. And the only reason, literally the only reason most people these days have decided to jump aboard the Elon Musk sucks train is because he decided, after being rejected by leftists in the Democratic Party, much like Tulsi Gabbard and RFK Jr., to go work on Team Trump. And we all know, unless your opinion of Trump and everybody who doesn't speak 100% ill of him is ick, you're a racist, homophobic, transphobic Nazi who wants to destroy democracy and jerk off dictators to climax with the Trump dance. Now, I for one have been stating since I began volunteering for the Venus Project that, compared to its founder Jacque Fresco, that Elon Musk is nothing more than a brilliant idiot who builds fancy toys for profit that do little for the betterment of humanity. And my opinion, which of course is the correct one, was confirmed after listening to Musk on his first appearance on the Joe Rogan Experience, where he was open and honest about many things he's done, including, but not limited to, building a flamethrower for sale, which he told people not to buy, but made available for purchase anyways, which makes perfect sense, that was inspired by the movie Spaceballs. And as we all know, most creative and humanitarian ideas that the great minds of our time bring forth into existence are in fact inspired by the Mel Brooks classic Spaceballs.
You know that. Of course I do, sir. Everybody knows that.
Of course we do, sir!
And although my volunteer work for the Venus Project came to an end not long after its founder Jacque Fresco died at age 101, my feelings about the issue remain unchanged, and it's loony but not surprising to me that the very same people who kissed Elon's dick for building rockets and self-driving cars, which Jacque Fresco talked about long before his 1974 interview on the Larry King Show, uncupped their hands from Musk's balls the moment they learned he was joining the MAGA movement to Doge America. Y'all are corny, y'all are simple, y'all are mad late, and you've been called out. But me, I've been calling a spade, and very publicly, so publicly that I even upset conservative podcaster for the Daily Wire, Matt Walsh, who had this to say about my feelings towards Musk.
Finally, Evadennse says, going to Mars is literally the dumbest and most pointless human venture ever. Elon Musk makes fancy toys that do nothing for humanity. I think I've already addressed this. You're really trying to bait me into. I will give the whole speech again. I don't care how late the show is going. I'll do another 10 minutes on it. I would, but I won't here. All I'll say is, okay, so Elon Musk is not doing anything for humanity. Unlike you, right? What are you doing exactly? If you want to know what doing nothing for humanity looks like, then you can look in the mirror. That's what just like existing and doing nothing and contributing nothing looks like. Building rocket ships to go into outer space. I don't care why you're going out. I don't care where you're going in outer space. You have already done infinitely more for humanity than you have done. Evadennse.
Which I'm not upset about, because being a middle child, a man, and a performer for many years, I, unlike many people, can actually take criticism, no matter how private or public. Now, unfortunately, I have to point out the fact that Matt Walsh failed to read my comment correctly and completely. My comment actually reads, quote, "Going to Mars is literally the dumbest and most pointless human venture ever. Elon Musk is a brilliant idiot who makes fancy toys that do nothing to better the world. Compared to Jacque Fresco, Elon is a joke," end quote. See, had he read the whole comment, his listeners would have Googled Jacque Fresco, found out who he is, learned what the Venus Project is, and discovered that my opinion, as usual, is the correct one, and that might make Matt Walsh look a little silly for stating nonsense like the fact that he doesn't care why we're venturing into space or to Mars, because the reason absolutely matters. And don't worry, Matt, we're still cool, even though you did not in fact read my comment the way I served it. But that is why you, Matt Walsh, are today canceled. Godspeed.